Happy 20th anniversary to With Teeth. You're a man now. Next year, you'll be able to buy yourself some beers. Oh, I forgot. This is Sober Trent. So, guys, happy anniversary to With Teeth. 9 Inch Nails. This is one of my favorite bands. With Teeth has been an album that was the first album I discovered by the band 9 Inch Nails. This was an album that really connected with me, such as songs as Every Day is Exactly the Same, The Line Begins to Blur, The Collector, Sunspots. I mean, this whole album really from top to bottom is really a personification of what 9 Inch Nails is about. I'm sure around the time that this album came out, there was a lot of speculations that Trent is sober, so there's going to be a lot of maybe speculations of how the music is going to sound. The music is really up to par from the Downward Spiral and Fragile, and such a continuation, because when you drop an album like The Fragile, which is one of my favorite albums by 9 Inch Nails, that is my favorite album by 9 Inch Nails, The Fragile, and this album With Teeth has really been an impact in my life. Really the sobriety side of Trent that I look up to. You know, this is a guy who has had alcohol addictions, drug addictions, and things like that. And when he comes to With Teeth, he actually dropped Still after, which is a continuation, an acoustic version of The Fragile. We get such songs as The Fragile, we get The Becoming, we get Something I Can Never Have, we get a mixture of songs on there, and it's really a connection with The Fragile. And stepping into With Teeth, this is a different territory. This sounds more garage bass. This sounds more drum and bass, not drum and bass, but more a thorough rock sound. Like, there's no really experimentations with really any digitalness that we got on The Fragile. There is some synthesizers in here and stuff like that, but I'm telling you, With Teeth is really an album that really personifies the era of 9 Inch Nails. This was an era that Trent has stapled with Atticus Ross and his sobriety that he's continued till this day. This album was featured with Dave Grohl. We got drums from Dave Grohl, such as the drummer, you know, as from Foo Fighters, and again with Atticus Ross. So we got a future of what the 9 Inch Nails personification and what the sound and era is going to be like with this album. You know, we got Rob Shearden that does the artwork. We got Atticus Ross that he teams up with till this day with soundtracks and things of that nature. Now, you know, this album right here, guys, we start off with All the Love in the World. And this is a song right here that starts off beautifully. Progresses, but nothing too heavy. We progress with drums and the pianos, and Trent progressing with his vocals and things of that nature. You know, this is really an album that, you know, not really an album, but this is a song right here that is a great introduction to what we've come from The Fragile, you know. We start off with just this dirtiness, this griminess, just getting rid of all this, you know, griminess that we've put ourselves in and been through ourselves. And to start off the album with All the Love in the World is really it's a question. You know, it's a question on why do you get, you know, all the love in the world, and, you know, why do you, you know, get what you need and the pleasures that others so don't have. And, you know, great introduction. It's a question. And not only that, we get into another question with, well, not right after, you know, right after we get, you know what you are. Another question. Do you know what you are? Now, again, with Trent being sober, this is a question he's probably asking himself in the making of this album. He's probably asking himself, like, hey, like, I've come so far, I've done these tours, I've made these albums, I made this impact. And due to me being off drugs and substances and alcohol, do you not know what you are? Do you not know what you become? Do you not know what you are? Do you not know what your future is like? You have the potential. You can do this. And not only is it a question, I'm sure this was a song that Trent has made to himself, as in, do you not know what you are? it is also a question for us to ask ourselves that, hey, do you not know what you are? The potential that you have, the potential that is inside of us all, that we either know or don't know, that we can either act upon or don't. But that is the question he's asking us. Like, don't you know what you are? And, you know, the lyrics of this song is really up to par. It's really up to your interpretation. You know, the lyrics of this song are really, you know, different. It's like a confession of himself. Like, don't you know what you are, and take a good look because he's full of shit and things like that. So, you know, it's really a unique song, and it's really an examination of oneself, of just like, hey, like, you know, I've been putting up this act of just like maybe hiding my charisma and filtering things, but, you know, in reality, I know what I am, and you know what, I gotta be blunt about shit and express myself for what it is, because you know what, I've been hiding the truth. I've been fucking, you know what I mean, just filtering things when I shouldn't. Because one, I know what I am, and two, you should know what you are, because the truth is the truth, and sometimes it hurts. Now, next up, we get The Collector. Now, The Collector is a song where it seems like Trent is just going through his daily routines of, you know, dealing with sobriety and what it is like. Now, you know, when you're dealing with sobriety and things like that, the things are different, you know. You feel like the days are maybe longer, the things are maybe more impactful, you're feeling things more, you're not numb. And when you're not numb, you feel like you're collecting things, you're collecting emotions, you're collecting data, you're collecting drama, you're collecting troubles. And I feel like that's what Trent means in this song. He's saying that he is the collector. He is collecting things from other people's drama, maybe himself and other things. And, you know, that is where I'm at this point. You know what I mean? That is the realization of being sober, and the realization of feeling again, you know, because Trent has went years with drinking and doing drugs, and to be able to be sober and you feel things, you feel like you're collecting data, and you don't know what to do with it, and it's a data collector, and you feel like you're just, you know what I mean, running out of storage at this point. So, next up, guys, we got The Hand That Feeds. The Hand That Feeds was a major single off this album. This was a song that Trent Reznor also did a music video for, directed by Rob Shearden. Rob Shearden is the one that done all the artwork from With Teeth from here on out. He is an art director that really has the digital side that Trent Reznor enjoys. You know, that 9 Inch Nails is really known for. You know, the digital side, the expressionism of, especially this era where iPhones were becoming a thing, phones were becoming a thing, and things like that. Computers were progressing and things like that. So, and to have David Fincher also direct a music video that is coming up. So, you know, this was a song right here, guys, that is also a major single. Not one that I go to all the time, but I've noticed today in 2025 that this is a major song that has blown up. I don't know if it's because Trent has been doing it live or things of that nature, but this is a song that it really stands out in the album. You know, it's a go-to, it's a freaking banger. It's one that the 9 Inch Nail fans, and even if you're not a 9 Inch Nail fan, it seems that a lot of people seem to love this one. Really catchy, really necessary track for the album. Will you bite the hand that feeds? Basically saying that, you know, the provider, would you bite the hand that feeds the provider? Now, the hand that feeds, you know, that is a major song off this album, and you know, that sounds like that is Trent dealing with his consciousness, you know, of just like, I got this going right now, don't ruin this. Would you fuck up, you know, what you worked for so long? The hand that feeds. And that sounds like a continuation of a little bit of the fragile, you know, dealing with those troubles a little bit. But he is sober, but it is different troubles. It is sobriety troubles. So it is a battle with leading to a good path. You know what I'm saying? You're not really, you know, intoxicated or dealing with those troubles. It's getting off of them and dealing with the battles of, withdrawals and whatnot. So, Yeah, guys, so next up we got Love Is Not Enough. Now, this song right here, this song is a really different interpretation. I interpret this song as in, love is not enough. When you're on these drugs, it seems that it's like, hey, you're indestructible. This guy is freaking a superhero. He's this, he's a villain, whatever it is. But underneath it all, it doesn't matter. Underneath it, they're not powerful. Underneath it, it's not much. Underneath it, they're just human. Now, it seems like this song right here is really just expressing that, you know what I mean, that, love just doesn't seem to satisfy the withdrawals and the troubles of being in this condition. Now, that is just my interpretation, that, you know what I mean, that being in this condition, that, you know what I mean, I'm trying to get sober, and being with somebody isn't making it better. Being with somebody, love is not enough to fulfill this gap or these troubles I'm going through. It is a battle that I'm going through with myself, and loving somebody isn't enough until I love myself. That is how I interpret the song. Love is not enough until you love yourself. Now, next up, we got Every Day is Exactly the Same. Now, this song right here, another single off the album, Every Day is Exactly the Same. This is a song that is self-explanatory of when you're going through these troubles, every day feels like it's exactly the same. You're going through this, you're going through that. Every day seems like a pattern. You're used to escapism, grabbing something, drinking something, doing something, especially being on tour and around people and having to amp yourself up for a crowd of people. Totally understandable. But when you get off that and you're living in these day-to-day conditions of being in your own head, which is really your own head, every day feels exactly the same because there's no escapism. And that is what Trent seems to be expressing in this song. Really self-explanatory song. Really a song that people who have had addiction and have got off can relate to, because when you get off that journey of drug addictions, every day feels exactly the same. It feels like, last week is today. It feels like today was yesterday. It can feel like that when you're getting used to the rhythm of a new perspective again, especially being your own perspective. Sorry about that, guys. Next track, we got With Teeth. That a track of the album? This is a track and breaking down the characteristics of addiction and what it is like and having an addiction. With teeth. It is grips you, it bites you, it grips on. And it's a metaphor of with teeth, of what it is like biting you when you're on drugs, when you're using your teeth, any kind of substances. It alters your teeth. You're biting. You're talking. Your interactions. Now, with teeth is a great metaphor, and this album was supposed to be called Bleed Through, but Trent Reznor had changed it to With Teeth, and I think that is a great, alteration of what an addiction can be like. It is a gripper. It gets a hold of you, it bites you, and it feels like there's no control. With Teeth and the expressionism of that song, probably one of my favorite songs on the album. I love this track. I've yet to hear it live. I've seen Nine Inch Nails live one time, and I need to see him live this year in 2025 because I have unfinished business with Trent Reznor himself. Now, With Teeth, that track of the album. Again, like I said, it is a gripper. It is probably one of the best songs on the album, along with The Line Begins to Blur. This song right here is a really good examination of what it is like of the getting off the addiction and looking back at what it was like. It was like a with teeth. It just had me just in this firm, just fucking bite, you know what I'm saying? And it just consumed me. Next up, guys, we got Only, directed by the one and only David Fincher. They're director of Social Network, Panic Room, things of that nature. Big fan of Trent Reznor. Trent Reznor is a big fan of David Fincher. And this music video right here, I've seen reactions to it and things of that nature. Don't mind that, guys. Just my dog. Just, you know what I mean? Being, how dogs are. Security guards. Now, excuse me one second, guys. Fellas, relax. Come on. Now, guys, let me go and show you, Bates really quick. Since he wants to interrupt the videos. Come on. Guys, this is Bates. This is, my savior, my companion, my best friend, my son. He hangs with me, listens to 9 Inch Nails, listens to music, and, he has my back like I have his. Say hi, Bates. He's nervous. He's camera shy. Hi, Bates. He just likes hanging out. He doesn't like to be on camera. Neither do I. I'm just kidding. Let's go with this. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Now, guys, like I was saying, Only, directed by David Fincher. Great music video, really simplistic, but it shows the nature of, somebody that is in one of those things that you put your hands in, and it has those specks and spikes where it shows the design of what you put in it. You put your hand in it, it shows the specks of your hands. You put a middle finger in it, it shows the specks of your middle finger. And it shows like Trent is trying to escape out of that. Again, the with teeth, the grip that it has, the nature of being locked up in your own prison. That is really what it feels like on this song. Only is a great song. I love the catchiness, the drum and bass nature, and the synth nature going on. The lyrics of the song, there is no me, there is only you. On the hook of this song, again, I'm not quite sure what he means. Maybe it is his conscious again. Maybe he's speaking to the listener. Maybe he's speaking to himself. This is a song I'm going to have to examine again. I've heard it 1,000 times, but that is the beauty of 9 Inch Nails, that when you listen to these songs, their interpretations switch up due to the periods of your life. And, to this song right here, I'm going to listen to again to see where I'm at in my life. I've always interpreted this song as of saying that, I'm in a world of my own, and you don't exist except me. Whether that is me in a selfish manner or dealing with my own troubles because it's not my fault. One of those things, but either way, he's saying that there is no me, or there is no you, there is only me. There is no you, there is only me. And, when you feel like you're in a trouble, society where you feel like you're dealing with your own troubles, you feel that no one is on your level. And you feel like, you guys don't exist but me because I'm dealing with these my days are so much more troubling and harder than yours. Now, your life is easy and mine is hard, so therefore there is no you, there is only me. The focus is on me. Now, that is what I interpreted with Only. Next up, we get Getting Smaller. Getting Smaller feels that when you're on these substances and you get off, you feel that your ego is shrinking. You feel that your interpretations and your ego-ness of being on these substances has disintegrated. You are no longer feeling the expectations of, of getting high and feeling this way. And, asking these questions that are beyond answerable. So, Getting Smaller, that's my interpretation of it. Not one of my favorites on here. Okay? Come on, guys. Want to go outside? Come on. So, guys, Getting Smaller. Not one of my favorites on here, but is one that is necessary on here. A catchy song. Really straightforward. Seems to go with the point of sobriety and getting sober and dealing with those troubles of getting a hold of, that struggle with teeth. And that, bite that it consumes you with and gets a hold of you with. It's literally like a shark's jaw and a lion's jaw in metaphorical form. So, next up, guys, we got Sunspots. Sunspots is a song that I've heard live. This song I can confirm that is a fucking monster. This song is beautiful. It starts off with simpleness. Drum and bass just ding, 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 and that guitar going on. Trent is starting off smooth. Then we eventually progress. This song right here is really necessary. I love the catchiness of this song. This song is a hopeful song. I look at. It is a song that is saying that, using the weather and using daytime as a metaphor for our feelings. Sunspots is the hope that we consume to get, that we hope to get, that we get from the sun. The sun is the hope that comes out, and that we consume that, and that is the hope that we go for as strugglers, as anyone that is going through the struggle of anything. It could be addiction, depression, whatever it is, and the sun is one of those, the dopamine that it provides for us, and the sunspots that we consume, that it makes us happy with, and we endure from that, from here on out. Sunspots, again, a hopeful song on the record. This is probably the most hopeful song on the album. A lot of the songs are dealing with the struggles and the depths and the darks of being in oneself, and the darkness and the depthness and what it comes with. Sunspots is hopeful. It's a great song. I'm glad I heard this one live. It is again, is one of those songs that maybe even dwelling in your own depression, the sunspots of that we get when we're outside, and the little dopamines we get from time to time that feel like sunspots. A great song, guys. I love this song. Track number 10. Next up, we get track number 11, The Line Begins to Blur. This right here is a fucking monster. This song right here, I'm telling you, the beat to this song, I wish to hear live. Sounds amazing on speakers and is undeniably punchy. This song right here just feels like it is fucking struck with steroids. Great song. The Line Begins to Blur. This song right here I interpret as you are having a hard time with realism. You can't tell what's in your own head and what is in reality. The line begins to blur a little bit. The reality is confusing you. The blurriness of the nature. Now, this song right here I really interpret in both ways, in a struggler's mind and a sobriety mind, where it can be, the alterations of life that mess with your perspective of loving somebody. The line begins to blur where you feel like, I'm not loving somebody like this anymore. Or the way you feel towards something, the love towards something, where you feel like it is blurry now. I'm not feeling the same way as I did before towards a situation where, one decides to back off. One is changing their mind. The line, the perspective is changing. This song right here, guys, is beautiful. This could have been on the Fragile, yet it is on With Teeth, which is fine. If you yet to hear this song live, whether that is in person or in video, check that song out. Rather that is the original format, The Line Begins to Blur, or the live versions you can check out on YouTube. Beautiful fucking songs. This song smacks. Check it out. Fucking banger, guys. So next up we got Beside You in Time. Beside You in Time, this is a song that, we're starting to get the end of this album. Now, with this song right here, I never really interpreted the lyrics too much. I've really just been beat driven to this song. This is a song that really puts me like in a trance and just in a vibe, just getting lost. I really interpret this song though, Beside You in Time, just the feelings you have towards somebody fades away. The feelings that you had towards this drug, towards the people you're around on drugs, just fades away. And, all you have is just, the memories of being around those people. And the memories just fade away when you're no longer with those people. And the memories begin to blur. The memories fade away when you're with these people. Whether that is in present, you feel, rather that is blurry too. This song really feels like a memory song, not something that feels physical, but feels really mental. Just feels really a nature of being in one's head, and the perspective of being with somebody, or the thoughts of being with that person, and the memories you had, good and bad. Great track. Like I said, guys, this is where we start to get the lower tempo of the album. and we get into the last song, which is Right Where It Belongs. Now, this, even the title itself just seems that this is smooth sailing. The troubles I've been enduring, the choice I chose to make, the path I'm choosing to take, is right where it belongs. It is taking me on the right journey. It is taking me in a healthy path. I feel in control. I feel, oneself again. And it is right where it belongs, and keeping it in this path in nature. Ending off the album with that perspective. And, again, guys, this is an album that really just is actually hopeful. It has good energy. It has the struggles of dealing with oneself. It has the struggles of dealing with life and, what life brings us. But in the end, it tells us to stay in this path is where it belongs. And once you find that path of happiness, stick with that, and don't let anyone alter it, and don't alter it yourself, because, some people can't find that. And if you're managing to find a day-to-day path that leads you to happiness, victory, glory, whatever it is, stick with that, because obviously that's right where it belongs. And the troubles that we've all endured, finding that happiness, that escapism, without it being drugs, is real. And I think that is the depth of this album, is just finding escapism without drugs, and the nature it brings us. We're in our heads. Life feels blurry. It feels the same. We feel like a collector. And we may ask others that, why do you get all the love in the world when I'm dealing with these troubles? In the end of the album, we ended off with, at the end of the day, this is where it feels like it belongs. After all those troubles, this is the path that is leading me personally, to happiness and the victory that I feel I deserve and I'm enduring for. With Teeth, guys, we've reached the end of the album. 20th anniversary. You're a man now. You've been a man. Next year, you won't be able to buy yourself alcohol and drugs. Why? Because you're sober, and that's where you've come from. With Teeth, guys, we've come a long way. This album right here has not only impacted many, but myself, but it is a cause and a go-to for good music. 9 Inch Nails is currently on tour. Hoping to see them live. If you guys see them live, let me know how your experience was, what songs you hope he does. If you're a Trent fan, if you're a With Teeth fan, what's your favorite album? Anyways, guys, let's try to keep it on the topic of With Teeth. Thank you guys for watching. Again, an impactful album for Trent Reznor. And this was the journey and the start of his sobriety that he is continuing till this day. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Trent, for providing. Thank you, With Teeth. And sobriety is where it is at, guys. Stay away from trouble. And if Trent Reznor can do it after all the impact he made, and obviously, the music and the journeys and the adventures he's went on with drugs, he's obviously shown us that you can obviously go on it being sober and still have fun and be in your own mindset, and it can still cause for good journeys. Thank you guys for watching. More 9 Inch Nail talk to come. Next up, guys, I'm wanting to do Radiohead, because Radiohead has some anniversaries coming up, so going to do those coming up. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. And the topics, let me know what to discuss, guys. The topics with Teeth. Let me know what's next, guys. Thank you. With Teeth, topics. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more.